Not Tamar, baby. Tamar. Okay, listen. I need you to get the necessary help that you need. Now, you did tell the people that you were in therapy, and you need to continue that. Okay. We are not going to be able to continue, especially your son. I would think, I hope that he doesn't like have social media or anything, but we're not going to be able to continue to deal with the rants. I mean, well, girl, we are going to be able to deal because it ain't our life, girl. We just going to read it, discuss it, and move on. But how key listen for you? You have to get it together. You're gonna have to. I feel like it's been the same old antics since you was with that other man. What's his name, David? You have been going through this. So we tired. I know you have to be, girl. Just be single, please. Okay, you and this man have been going through the ups and downs since he finessed you. Okay, and put that ring on your finger on that show. He was with Tommy. He not with Tommy. You sit over there in interviews, letting Carlos King laugh and make jokes about the man. He snaps on you on social media. Girl, what is going on? You want to save your family. Then you sit over there and call your sisters out and say they the worst people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? They just the worst or whatever, which is so funny because even when Tamar called them the worst, and then you got fans sitting up there talking about they the worst or whatever, girl, then they want to try and call the fans out and try and go off on the fans as if they own relatives ain't saying they the worst. Girl, Traci has ate their ass up on plenty of occasions, but y'all mad at the fans. Anyway, okay. And then not only did you drag your family, okay, you came back and you was with that man and you gifted him this chain for his birthday. You was happy to be there. And then now here we are. He playing in your face with yet another young woman. Tamar, don't let this man do this to you no more. Just fall back, okay? Just fall back. Now, she said you done played in my face for a 25-year-old, shaking my head, took my jewelry, took me to Turks, and all along had a whole tramp. I hate you. Tamar, I'm going to be real honest. I don't know this man. I only know what this man presents, okay? And I'm not gonna say that he's a thought or anything like that. I don't know what that man do. What I do know is he has a lot of children. You say what? You knew that too. Remember when you tried to sit up there and post or make a comment or something about that lady child and she snapped on your You should have known something probably was happening over there with that. Okay. But this man has a lot of kids. And I'm not saying he don't take care of them because I believe that he does. I'm just saying that he likes to do what he do. Okay. I think he likes to do what he do. So any actions, you really shouldn't be too surprised, especially after this moment. You really should have thought that when he was with Tommy. Now he over here playing in this little 25-year-old face. Girl, that is it. Girl, this man is for the streets. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, And that's just what it's given. It's given Mr. Attorney is for the streets. Like I mean, he ain't got the Rolls Royce and all the flashy things for nothing. He likes what he attracts. He attracted a lot of them. He let them know that he got a coin and you ain't the only one he's spending that coin on. Okay. You have a lot of healing to do. And I feel like you're trying to find that healing through the men that you are dating. And I don't like that for you. Girl, at this point, I was going to say you should have just stayed with Vince, but then now I'm being reminded that Vince was like abusive, right? He was physically, okay, you shouldn't have stayed. Girl, be by yourself. Please, please, Tamar, please, please let this man go. I'm tired. Please let him go. And matter of fact, all the Braxtons should be single. I'm just not even finna hold y'all. I'm not finna hold y'all. I think all of y'all should enjoy your own company. In my personal, I mean, Vaughn be online looking like he just tired of Trina ass, disrespecting her every which way. Sean be over here jumping all in the Braxton's business. He want to be a Braxton so bad. I believe he proposed to Trina at I'm not Trina, but I believe he proposed to Wanda at one of Tamar's concerts. So I could have sworn Tawanda then got engaged recently to the man after God knows how many years. Okay, after he played in that girl daddy face. 5 years later, here we are. He want to be a Braxton so bad that he probably gonna change his name to hers. The way he be hopping in the conversations, and you know Traci couldn't stand his ass then, which is so funny because if it was up to Traci wouldn't have his ass on the show while you trying to prevent her husband from being on here, or at least her widow, or oh, girl, y'all just need to be single, okay? Your mama still can't stand your daddy because when they had the counseling session, she's still over there rolling her eyes at him like, just Just let it go, please. Just everybody, y'all should be single, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, okay? Yes, and speaking of, because we gonna get into some things, okay? Let me put the speed on this one, y'all. I'm gonna try on 1.5, and I know that may be a little too fast for some of y'all ears, but I be trying to get through some of these people, but I need y'all to hear what they saying, okay? So Miss Tawanda is over here having a conversation with Sean, and I believe she's talking about her sister. Rest in peace to Traci. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but there are, just a little piece of stuff. So we got a few things we're gonna get into. So let us just listen to it real quick, okay?
It's my sister.
Let me know if it's too fast, y'all. I'll slow it down to 1.25, okay?
My sister, guys. It was my sister, and regardless on what you guys think or what you guys' opinions are in watching the show, y'all just don't really understand the full scope of my relationship with all of my sisters. I don't think that you guys really understand the full scope of it. I don't think you understand. Like, even with growing up, I was always with Traci. Traci was always with me. We were always doing things. It was just always that's just what it was, That's just
y'all got grown.
That's what it was. Just saying. Even those individuals who says things like, the way y'all treated Traci so bad. And I asked this question and I said, please give me an example of how I treated Traci bad. Give me an example of how I treated Traci bad. Because I can't speak on behalf of anybody else.
You must have did something, because Traci has called you conniving. She's called you sneaky. Traci has said some things. Tamar has said it too.
That was my question. And when I asked that question, the individuals were never able to produce any types of receipts to say, this is what you did specifically to Wanda. This is what I saw or what I witnessed. And even when you saw certain things on the show, that's the show, people. That ain't that's not like my constant life. Because what you guys don't understand is we are a family. So we're not a put together cast. So if something happens that we get into an argument or we are angry or upset with each other or didn't like with if somebody says something that you didn't like, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, girl, get it out.
It continues when the cameras are down. It continues when the lights go out. It continues because we're family. And that's just what it is. So after we start filming or after we stop filming, we still got to get on the phone and talk about things. And we can't just show up the next day and pretend that nothing's going on. It just doesn't happen like that. Not with family. You can't do that with family.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Also, too, I want to add this. And I said this last time we was on. Editing is so crucial when it comes to what y'all see.
Yeah.
So much be taken out, so much be added in. A little butt here, a little expression here, added there, taken. Like, remember our episode on YouTube when Braxton was going to prom?
Yes.
And Tony came over, and literally the whole episode, Tony's like, "Where the prom at?" Right? Mm-hmm. Where the prom at? How many times did she ask that?
Well, she asked literally, she asked about 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you count in that episode, it's like 100 times.
Yeah.
And that's the magic. That's the magic of editing. Because, and it was funny. He's like, what, she kept asking, where's the prom at? Where's the prom at? The same way, where's the prom at? Mm-hmm. Then you drop it in other places while other people talk in the back, where's the prom at? And that edit, she only said it once or twice, but it made it sound like she was saying it the whole time, the whole episode was going on, which made it funny. But if you have somebody who is editing that does not understand the family or have the family's best interest at heart, they try to tell the story about what you give them.
Right. And also, it's a lot to compound in that amount of time every week, because you have to think about it, like, especially in the beginning of Braxton Family Values, you have 5 girls, you have 5 different personalities, you have 5 different storylines that they have to put together to make it happen. Hey, Keon, to make it happen. And I saw little Kevin, I saw Scratchy, but it went up fast. I ain't see him no more.
Yeah. Say something, little Kim.
So
I'm looking for
you. It's a whole thing. So and then also, just like everybody else, I'm not exempt. I like to protect my peace. I have boundaries just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's not, it can't just be one-sided. One person can't say, okay, this is how I feel and this is how I want things. And everybody is just supposed to honor that and ignore what the next person wants, needs, or desires are. I'm just saying, you guys have to be mindful that everybody's human and nobody's perfect.
I also want to add this to what you're saying there, Amanda. Y'all's before the show. So how old were you in the show when you started recording the show, filming the show?
Well, we signed a contract in 2009. We started filming in 2010. So that's 14 years ago. And I'm 50. So that was 30. I was 36.
So from the age of 2, 3, when you could perceive, walk, talk, make words and stuff, until 36, there was a history there.
Absolutely.
Right.
36 years of history before the cameras. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So a lot of that plays into how you guys interact.
Yeah.
But people they don't realize that shit was happening way back then that defined who does what, who's responsible for this, who's not, who's usually the person who do this, blah blah blah. So they just see it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, yeah. So
we're gonna pause it right there. Okay, I might not finish this because it's gonna be more videos that I want to get into, but this is what I do want to check out. Okay. All right, we got to slide back to Miss Tamar. Okay, so they're saying Jeremy Robinson says he's been single for the past 6 months and says he and Tamar Braxton are trying to figure out what it means to be friends again. Well, BITCH, that ain't what she had said last week, and you already knew that. Why you ain't been come out with that statement? Matter of fact, why you ain't had that statement when you started being took that lady chain piece, that charm? But see, this is what happens, Tamar. This is on you, girl. You brought him to us, okay? He says, JR says, JR, just let it go. Show some grace. Well, sometimes grace requires defending yourself. I've always been accountable for my failures and spoken out about why they impacted me and other people. I'm not going to let a false narrative attack me, my family, and or the foundation I've worked so hard to protect. So here is how I feel about the situation.
You know, I initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety. Someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship.
You lying because you ain't give us no video, but you damn sure will put a post up or you will put up something with a song. Stop playing.
Just trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. You know, we have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends.
Baby, it's giving him want you no more. He just want to have access to you so that when them other girls ain't really featuring him, he can pull up on you. When he lonely, he want to go on a trip, he gonna call you for you to come on that trip with him. When he want to get something jumped on, he gonna jump on you. Okay? All right, it's gonna get real freaky leaky, real nasty lasty. Okay, that's just what it's giving to me. It's giving I want to be friends with benefits, but girl, you was over there talking about this man was your husband. So are y'all married or is y'all not? You over there talking about your children, knowing that you just got one. You was claiming his kids yet again. I'm surprised that baby mama didn't come back and clock you with some, comments. So I'm a little concerned, Miss Tamar. Like, this is what I'm saying, girl. You cannot go out like this. Between this man stressing you out and the damn show, and I know that you ain't in the middle of the drama over there on the show, but bitch, that's a lie. Okay, the people just dragged you for your vocals and your performance the other day, and then he done brought you down to the internet to drag you some more. Bitch, this is too much. Okay, you have got to take the break. Okay. And my, how things have changed. Because just last year, wasn't it last year you tried to sick this man over there on Todd and Candy? I'm just telling you what it is that I saw. And I'm telling you a lot can happen in a year. Okay? Because now here we are. Be careful.
Go date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you. And I'm physically unavailable to you. Now,
I don't know about that part.
Plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it. Why you took Charm? To be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos.
Well, then how did she get there? How did she? Because we saw that video. Now we ain't see her go to Turk. Now we ain't see her go to no Turk. But how did she get there to the birthday function? And you reposted the dang old Charm when she gave it to you.
This is not a record. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again.
It's so embarrassing.
I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing, it's because we're friends. And because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing, it's because we're friends and because card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. But I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't card and everything's good. Why would each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff? Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago. It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain each other on some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out and like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up. And the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person. Never met her in my life. Never even had a DM, some type of friendship. But
potential defamation? What the?
It's
going too far.
Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing. They don't know nothing about me with her. Again, here I am defending.
Girl, Tamar, that man said he may have potential defamation attached to it. And he an attorney. Because you sat up there and called that lady a tramp saying she was over there fucking your man. And the man saying the whole time that y'all was just friends. Now, let me tell y'all something. I don't know if all of his story is true. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest to say that I feel like he's played in our face just like she has. So I can't say that everything you're saying is actual factual. But when he say that she's a friend, why I believe that part? I'm sorry, y'all. I can see that. I can see it, y'all. I see it. Come on, Kiki. I see her just being a friend and playing it up like it's more than that to some other women that may be watching her page, knowing that most of what she posts gonna hit the blogs. So she's doing it for a particular reason. I do feel like he about told her that. Because I feel like that's also something the F-boy would say. Like, I ain't trying to be in a relationship with you, but we can still be friends type thing. You know what I'm saying? They still want access to you, but want to sit up there and play it up and make it seem like, I'm not emotionally available to you or physically. Yeah, right. Until you are. Till you feel like you want to be. But I can't. And then he also said it because I feel like this is typically what an F-boy would say. When you do SHI like this, they could turn around and say, I had told you what it was. What are your actions showing? Because you said a lot of shit out your mouth. But what are your actions showing? Mister, we're just friends, but we're going on trips to Turks. We're just friends, and I won't want you around at my birthday party and this and that. But I'm going to take this chain. I'm going to take this little charm that you got from my child. I'm going to take that pendant. Sir, contradicting, manipulative. Hello, I think that you guys have done that to each other. It's giving very toxic. It is. It's giving very toxic. For sure. Girl, this is so fucking embarrassing. Let me tell you something, Tamar. At your grown, big ass age that you at, bitch, don't let a man tell you more than one time that he don't want your... I said don't let him... Okay? Don't let him tell you more than one time. Now, if you ain't learned shit from nobody, you should have learned that from your mama. Don't let a mother tell you more than once that he don't want your... Okay. Hello. Okay, because we haven't seen Miss Evelyn with not now man since she left your daddy or whatever the case was. So she know a little something. Good. What do y'all have going on over there? Whew. Tamar, this is so fucking embarrassing. And I don't care what nobody say. She gonna go on the rant. She gonna say something. I feel like she finna start dropping receipts just to prove him wrong. I feel like we finna start seeing screenshots of text messages, all kind of video. Okay, because another thing about it, Tamar gonna get that last word. She gonna get the last one. So if you think this is over, Mr. JR, it's not. It's not. I feel like it's just getting started. And you know what else would be so stupid? If you came to the internet with this and she came to the internet with this, and I try to just be your friend. Okay, we can't be friends. Girl, if y'all coming to us with all of that shit and then y'all get back together, I'm not gonna deal with y'all no more. I'm just not gonna do it because y'all full of it. Okay. But anywho, child, let me skedaddle. Because there is more that I want to get into when it comes to these Braxtons. Okay. Now let us hop over here. And I'm about to fast forward this speed on y'all. Oh, child, because it's so much. All right. Let me know if it's too quick for y'all. Now, this one here that we about to get into is Scratchy. Scratchy and Tawanda on live.
Yeah. So everyone's still grieving Lauren. And then my mom is sick now.
So y'all know Lauren was their brother's daughter that passed away. I read in a magazine article where the dad said that she had a heart condition, and then I read somewhere else that she passed away. I think it could have been an accidental fentanyl overdose from what I read somewhere else. Okay. But it's still a very sad situation. So she passed. I think she may have passed in I'm gonna say between 2019 and 2021. So that's what he's saying. Like, everybody was dealing with that passing, still not over the passing of, Lauren, and then his mom ends up passing, because I believe that Lauren was like the first big pass, like the first like close family passing that they have had, ever. And I think that was when Tamar didn't go to the funeral because she said she had a lot going on mentally or something, and she ended up getting drugged for that because they was like, how dare you not show up to that? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the rest of what they're saying.
As far as me and my father, we're okay. We're good. As far as everything else, I'm a grown ass man.
Come on. That's fine.
I'm a grown ass man. I have a whole child.
A whole child.
And that's what I'm focused on.
That's it.
My baby Kevin, BK, whatever. I love my family, and I love you. I love everybody else. Most definitely. I love you too, for real. But whatever doesn't need to be spoken on, it's always spoken on behind closed doors. Yeah. That's exactly. That's why I said what I said. It ain't none of that. I'm not doing
Always talked about behind closed doors, but y'all felt the need to bring it to the people on the television show. Are y'all okay? And then it's the hypeness when he said, I'm a grown ass man, this, that, and the other. It's the overhypeness for it for me. I just don't feel like y'all talk like it like that until the show happened. I really don't. I don't feel like y'all, girl, none of my.
You don't have to explain stuff further. They wasn't there when we all came out to Atlanta having a big Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner. They wasn't there. They wasn't there at that time, you know. They wasn't there. Having man, what good. Oh, good. You know, I love the energy that y'all provided me at the end of the day.
I mean, he do need that. He does need that support.
You give me a phone call. Like, how you know I need this phone call? Who called you? What do you know? Nobody. You be like, I just want to check on you. Like, I appreciate it. I was having a day today. I appreciate you for that. Of course. You know I love you to your bones. And I love you too. And I'm proud of you for real. I tell you that, but I'm telling you again and again and again. Again and again and again. And again. And you know what? I'm proud of you too. You're my little dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Well, I love you. I'm about to your auntie is tired.
As much time as she spent on their lives.
I've been flying my helicopter. You know, I built a helicopter. With a helicopter? I built a helicopter.
Anywho.
Because it's been hard. It's been 2 years and it's been hard. And I thank y'all. Of course. Always and forever. Always and forever. Always and forever. You can take your old ass to sleep. And I will. Thank you so much.
What's wrong? Honey, you're not old to me. Thank you. You're a very young breast. Very young breast.
See what I'm saying? That's why.
Let's skip. Okay, let's skip. I can't. Let's get into the next one. Now they're saying Tawanda's boyfriend Sean always inserting himself in family drama. Now I could have sworn she had got engaged to this man, but maybe I'm tripping. Okay, but let's get into what Sean has to say. Then I'm gonna show y'all something else. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to this long ass video, but here we go.
Conversations that we've had. They don't know. They don't know how Traci explained everything to every member of her family and apologized about a lot of stuff that was said, done, and experienced. They don't know.
Yeah, whoever this is, the one divorced, but Traci was on the album, idiot.
Traci was on the album. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The one. See, that's the narrative. That's the narrative that has been planted. That's the narrative to keep dissension.
Right.
That's the narrative. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's the narrative. And when you don't know, and when you've only been told to keep the negative narrative, of course you're going to embrace that, because first of all, you're going to embrace, these individuals are going to want to embrace a negative narrative because that's how they want to live their lives. In that negative,
that's not about, why do y'all change?
frequency.
See, that's changing the narrative right there in my personal, because that's how they want to live their lives. I don't think it's that's how they want to live their lives. I think people are giving you their honest feedback based on what they've witnessed of y'all lives over the past few years. That's where they're getting their thoughts and opinions from the things they can recall from when they watched y'all all these years.
And that's
it ain't their fault. Blame editing.
They can stay right there to believe whatever they've been told, but I have facts. Facts are facts, and words can't change it.
Also, too, like, it's like when people pass on, you honor them by honoring their past, what they've contributed to a certain community and stuff like that. You don't try to pimp their name after they gone.
God, no. Or try to sell tickets.
Pimp their name. Pimp their name and sell tickets. Pimp their name and sell tickets. How are you pimping? I'm so confused by that. Pimp their name and sell tickets. Who was selling tickets? They tried to say her husband was selling tickets to the memorial service. Okay. Now I haven't seen nobody say they actually paid for no tickets to go to the service. That's out now. And you talk about narratives at the top of this video. So if that is not an accurate, true narrative that can come with receipts, I don't think that's fair, because then you're turning a narrative on him. That's not cool at all. I just don't think that's nice. And you don't want him to have any say, but your man, who's not even married into the family, can have so much to say and ain't even been around as long as the husband was. Like,
I can't see. I can't see it. So
you can't put your little glasses on?
Yeah, I got glasses on now. Y'all, you don't know. I've known Traci all my life. Can you say the same?
No, we can't. So that will also apply to the man sitting next to you.
What the truth is, I don't care what you've seen.
I don't
That's
care what you've been
crazy
told.
work.
I'm telling you what I've lived. How about that?
Yeah, and also too, I think we probably should stop really engaging with these stupid ass questions, because you have a person or a group of sisters that grew up with this person since birth. You have some, and then you have people that watch the show, and then think they have a real opinion after they have an edit of the show, and then they're like, "Oh, this is what it is." But I don't know. I wish
No,
blessings
you
for
don't.
everybody. I want people to be happy. I want people to flourish. I
Do
want their
you?
businesses to grow. I want their relationships with their families to be good. Like I'm just not on the negative, the bringing up old shit, mad about something that happened fucking 40 years ago, blaming. Like, I'm just not there. I'd be flying so high, I don't even see that shit.
Exactly.
It's not about what. See, this is how you're making it about yourself. It's not about you being there, because you weren't there, literally. Okay, 40 years ago, Bookie Butt, you were not there to have so much to say. I feel like you a spectator, just like a lot of us fans are. To be honest, you about on the same level as us. Just a little piece, a little twink. So you told like, I'm just not there. It just doesn't matter to me. I'm just not. It's really not even about you. This is the Braxtons. Girl, I'm telling y'all, that man gonna change your last name to Braxton.
What we're saying, honey, we're saying that, and however, we all that's the whole thing. We don't want to engage in people who are stuck in something that they've been sitting on for how many years now?
These are the contradicting things, because as you're talking about the fans being stuck, then you have to explain you being stuck on disliking Kevin Sr. So if you want the people to move on, I think enough of that can go around. In my personal, girl. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Cookie, for the super chat. Aren't they the ones that allowed Traci to be identified as the wannabe? We didn't make that narrative up. That's how they came to us with the BS. Period. Thank you so much, Miss Cookie Ray, for the super chat. Okay. I just don't think this is just not
100. Scratchy's on here, honey.
Hey, Scratchy, we're here.
Get to the point, and we're gonna switch to something else.
Right there.
Oh, that's on all black. Hey, nephew.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm not gonna get into Scratchy. What I am gonna get into is the daddy, okay? Because the daddy took over there to social media. He made some posts that were pretty interesting. And this was recently in the last 3 days. And here's one of the posts, okay? Let me see if I can cut the audio on this one and refresh it just a little bit. Let's see if it'll let it play for me.
I think there's a lot of history there that happened before any of us showed up. And, we just want y'all to get on the same page, love on each other, figure these things out in one location where they can communicate and begin healing. I feel like, they just need to talk it out.
Well, if Ayanna couldn't do it, Bishop couldn't do it, but what the hell you think you can do?
Everybody can come to it with an open mind, open heart, with the focus of healing.
For Sean to jump out there and try to be the facilitator of these sisters talking is nonsense. I don't care how long he's been around. He hasn't been in. So you got to choose wisely, because it's going to bring a reaction.
I think it'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so, no. It was bad, New York and Washington. You're not going to degrade me, dumb me down, or anything else. I have feelings just like everybody else. And you can't tell me I got to turn the other cheek, because when it happens to you, let's see your cheeks.
Traci feels that Yama, Dr. Sherry, Bishop T.D. Jakes failed.
If you're going to throw everything on top of the problem, you can never solve any problem, because you can't isolate any one thing at a time. This toxicity is nauseating. If you were my daughters, I would go ballistic. They'd have to cut the cameras off. This is a disgrace. You're spoiled.
I don't know if Traci gonna hit. Stop thinking. And I don't give a hot damn if y'all believe that or not, because she don't lunge at y'all. So y'all don't have that same feeling that I do. You have to yell. Why are you yelling? This is why we can't communicate, Dr. Sherry. Because everybody acts like. Oh my God.
I think that we failed ourselves. In order for us to move forward, we need to make the choice to heal with each other. We have to make that decision. No one else can force us to do that.
All four of your cheeks, both of your face and that ass, because they will spank that ass after they finish slapping you in your face.
Are you willing to at least sit down with the girls and
Okay. So that's one that he put up. And then where's the other one that he put up? This one right here.
Letting it happen. Letting it happen. Okay, yeah, I was saying how it hurt me. But it become nonchalant. Like, who gives a rat's tail if it hurt her?
I feel like Traci has been the black sheep for a long time. She's been treated differently. I can't really pinpoint why. It could be me, it could be whatever she chose in life, but I definitely know she gets that. I definitely know how it affects her. I've heard her cry a lot of nights over it. So it's like, it's a big thing to her, and I just pray for healing. Hopefully it all come back together like it should. Sean has never really been around you.
Never been around me.
So that's why your reaction was like that.
Hey, you don't know me. You may know me or of me for 26 years. We never sat down. How can you say that you know me? I felt like it was an ambush. Tawanda knew how I felt about having a confrontation, and they did it anyway. I feel like my sisters always ignore my feelings. Since episode 1, when I said about how they treat me like, and they still treat me like. Might as well tell the truth, shame the devil. You know, the habits don't change. Not that often.
I know it was a lie. Mm-hmm. I was worried about you. And I think you really...
Okay. So if y'all wonder where we got that from, we got that from Traci. Traci said y'all do her like that. That's what Traci had said. Okay. I'll just let y'all know. I just thought that was real interesting. Okay. I don't think this was the same clip that I saw where she pretty much was going off on her sister and told her, like, this right here is my husband. That's your fucking boyfriend. Like, girl, don't sit up there and play with me. Okay. So she ate her up then. And yeah, let's get into some things over here. First of all, I have to give shout out to Really BTV. Okay. Shout out to my girl, Really BTV. She did her own breakdown of the will, the last known will that has been put in Maryland for Miss Traci Braxton. Okay. Now, as she stated, and as I'm stating, there could be another one out there. Okay. Not sure if there is, but on record in Maryland, this is the last one that was drafted in December of 2021, just a few months before Miss Traci passed away. So let us kind of get into a few of the details here. Okay. There was some things that was being said about Traci not wanting a funeral or anything like that. I do believe she discussed those details here, wanting to be cremated, and also who she was leaving in charge of what. So it says, I direct my personal representative to pay all costs and expenses of my last illness and funeral expenses. It is my express wish that there be no last rites or memorial service of any sort by my sorority. Now, at this time, she's only speaking of her sorority that she does not want a memorial service from. She is not speaking about her husband and her husband and her son at this time. Okay. She's only speaking about her sorority. Okay. Me being a member of D9, there is a ceremony that takes place once a person, does pass away. And like she said, she doesn't want to be viewed or anything like that. And so there's that. All right. She want to be cremated. All right. There's that. All right. So she says, this is not a representation of my lack of affection for my beloved organization. I simply wish to move the matter along with the absolute least amount of suffering for those who love me. I hereby direct that I am cremated after my passing and that my remains be distributed to my son and my husband. Should they wish to possess a small memorial keepsake of my remains, such should be provided to my mother, father, and siblings. Okay. Prior to cremation, I hereby wish that there be one viewing. How I am dressed shall be determined solely by my son and by my husband. The guest list for my viewing shall also be solely determined by my son and my husband. So it's giving, when they talk about the conversation of when they're talking about the conversation of, oh, she didn't want a funeral or anything like that. Number one is they're saying that she did not get a funeral. There was a memorial service. And it seems like from this paperwork, she may be okay with that. But of course, As you know, it's been mentioned, there could be another one. This is the one that was put out in Maryland just a few months before she passed. Okay. In addition to her recording whatever thing she needed to record with her attorney, all right, verbally. All right. What else? They're saying after all costs and expenses of my last illness and funeral expenses have been paid, I will give any remaining monies as follows. All right. I hereby will give any and all benefit due to me, not otherwise accounted for, to my son, and hereby direct that my administrator immediately execute this. Okay. So any monies that she had left was supposed to go to her son. All right. I do not find this to be something that's uncommon at all. All right. I think most mothers are going to look out for their children first. Okay. As I've already stated. All right. She does go on to speak on a Navy Federal account that she has that's under her name or under her LLC. She says that is to be given to her husband. So people have said that the man ain't get nothing. Nothing was left to him. But whatever was in that federal Navy Federal account, that went to their husband. Okay. Also goes on to say that she says the same thing. Any and all money should be given to the husband. Irrevocable trust to be created in the name of Traci One Trust. All right. She says this intent is for her grandchildren and for her son. All right. I think her son is supposed to be in charge of that, but the money is supposed to go to the grandkids. All right. She says she would like a foundation be created. All right. The foundation of Traci Braxton, Vision Almighty. The intent and purpose of said foundation shall be shall be to educate the public. I'm sorry, namely the African American community about her specific cancer that she had. All right. And she wants her son to be in charge of that. I feel like, okay, this is giving him a lot to be in charge of. Okay. They go on to say, I hereby direct that all entities associated with her brand, image, name, rights, the likeness be managed by Clifton Jones, I believe, who was her manager. And it shall be given to her son if he is ready to assume full responsibility. So Clifton is supposed to be in charge, but once her son shows that he can handle it, she would then like it to be released to him. She goes on to say, in my personal representative I further direct my personal representative to pay all debts probated, registered, and allowed against my estate. However, the provision shall not extend the statute of limitations. Okay. In the event I name a person in this article and said person, pretty much passes or precedes me, she says, she says such person shall lapse and the property shall pass under the other provisions of this will. So if somebody else were to go, then it's going to go to the next person. In the event that at the time of my death, I am employed or otherwise due any funds, any and all funds shall be made due and payable to her son. Okay. What else? Let's go back up where she says, I direct my personal representatives to convey any and all real estate property I own at the time of the death and dispose same equally amongst my birth children. Okay. Well, it has birth children, but also she has basically her husband and her son. It's Kevin Sr. and Jr. So they are the ones that's supposed to get rights to her real estate. She says, I hereby will be given my memorial, a diamond ring, and remains of Lauren Braxton to her husband. So the remains. And that's what's interesting. People try to say, and if this is the last article, this is interesting to me because they're trying to play the man out like she ain't leave him nothing. But why would she trust the remains of her niece, of her brother's daughter, to her husband? Girl, what? I would give that to one of my siblings. I would give it back to the brother, to be honest. But the memorial, the diamond ring, and the remains of Lauren Braxton to be given to the husband. That's interesting. Okay. In the event I name a person in this article, y'all know the rest. Okay. She says, I will devise and give all the rest and remainder of my property and estate of every kind of character, including but not limited to otherwise effectively dispose of, basically to her husband and her son. Okay. Okay. If they both pass, it looks like, if they fail to survive her, she says, I give and devise such property to my descendants who survive me. So basically it seemed like the grandchildren. Okay. except that the share of any descendant then under 25 of age may be held in a trust. Okay, so if you're over 25 and the dad passed away, and or they would have passed, the dad and the son, then it would go to the grandkids. If they're under 25, it'll be in a trust, and they're just gonna have to wait for it. Article 5. Okay, it says, I hereby appoint my son as representative of my estate and this will. In the event that all of my personal representatives shall, predecease me, she says, for any reason, or shall fail to qualify or cease to act as my the person that's in charge, she says, then I hereby appoint, please get this, I hereby appoint Michael Braxton Jr. If this took place, and this is the last one, thank you, executor. If this is the last one, and there is no other will, okay, because this is in writing. Although we have what is verbal, we have what is in writing, okay? Now, even what the attorney said was that the mama was willing to give things to the son if he was ready, okay? But what's killing me softly is that if her son, he will be the personal representative of her estate and the will. In the event that all of my personal representatives shall pass, and keep in mind, the husband plays a role as a personal representative as well as the son, okay? If they are not around, give it to my brother. Girl, I feel like Candy Auntie, okay, to come to us with the boys. That's what I feel like, because at the end of the day, I don't see a sister name here. Okay, I don't see it here. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I don't see that. I don't see that here. I don't see it. I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Do you see it? Because I don't see it. But y'all was over here trying to drag that man. Like that man ain't get left absolutely anything. Y'all was dragging that man like that man ain't get left. Okay? I'm just telling y'all what it was given and what it was looking like. Okay? Over here clowning this man. You must be terrible for her to not leave you a dime. As if mothers are not going to make sure their kids are straight because the adults know how to get it. Okay? They've lived more life than the child. Why would I not give my child a leg up? Y'all love talking about some damn generational wealth. Hello, are you there? Come back up for air. Okay? Y'all love talking about generational wealth, and then when a woman decides to leave her wealth or whatever she has left to the kid, then you confused because you think the husband is just that terrible of a person. I'm not saying he's perfect. That's not what I'm saying, because I'm not team nobody. Okay? But what I am saying is y'all making it only about, oh, he cheated and he did this and he did that. You must be horrible with money. You was going to sit out there and play that lady money and spend it on these people. What happened to the generational wealth that y'all was over there running y'all mouth about? What happened to that? Mama gonna always look out for their babies. Period. And this even said that she was looking out for them grandchildren too, if this is the last. So we are okay. This is their court documents. This is public. This is public information. Okay, now she may have had a will or something like that over in California, somewhere else, but listen, she resided in Maryland. She had a home there. She had a life there. This will make sense to me. Okay, and I don't see their names in the documentation, but you don't want him to come on the platform to say anything, and for him to use his social media platforms to say everything, and that is exactly what he's doing. He's bringing up old clips to clock you guys. Okay, he's reposting old clips to clock you guys. He says, I don't have to say a lot because the clips are there. They're clocking you guys, and you want to be mad. You don't want him to come on the platform and say anything as you discuss him and have his son. You're over there playing his son out. Okay? That's what you're doing, having this boy over there on the show. And I'm sure he's on the show because he does need a coin. Okay? Y'all don't want this man on the show for whatever reason. And y'all making it seem like the man, and for the point, y'all making it seem like he's upset that his son has everything, that his son was given oh so much. Y'all first made it seem like he didn't get nothing when he did. That's the point with the will, okay? Things were left to the husband. It wasn't just left to the son. The estate was left to the son, but the estate was left to the son should he be ready. What also is the point for anyone asking for you? Whatever she had left that would not go to the husband and the son, should anything happen to them, is going to the brother. It ain't even going to the sisters. So if y'all was going to be mad at something, she didn't even want y'all to have it. And you know what else is so interesting is they try to play it out to make it seem like he was upset about his son getting everything. Back in 2022, an article with Page 6 has a statement from the husband saying that Traci gave everything to her son. Back in 2022, he already said this because she knew that the sisters would not, or not everything, but she gave certain things to her son because she knew that they would not fight him on it. That's why her son is to receive. And then the next person they probably won't fight is the brother. So he said that back in 2022. So it's just real interesting to see what's trying to be shaped at this time. Okay. Girl, you mad. Ooh, that person that says so you know. So you know, based on her will, it's left to the husband and the son. So just for you to know. So you still gonna watch the show. So you still gonna feel how you feel. And so I'm still gonna feel how I feel too. And so we're gonna call a thing a thing. And so it's not giving how they try to play it out to be. And so it's giving a piece of cap. And so you still on my live. And so it's still giving pressed. Okay? I'll just let you know. And so it ain't changing nothing over here. Hello? Are you okay? I am. I'm Gucci. I'm good. I just wanted to give you guys what it is that I saw. Okay? Shout out to my girl Early TV. I'm just giving you guys what it is that I saw. Now, if you a little piece of mad, that's not my fault. I'm not asking you to like or dislike him. You're going to do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is. I'm just telling you what the will said in Traci's personal and giving you my thoughts in my personal. It is what it is. You can stay mad if you want to. I appreciate the subscription anyway, because that's the only way that you're able to comment in the chat. So thank you. Okay. But you asked that I respond. Okay. That's just all I said. I know. Listen, I'm just saying. Unfortunately, Traci had the lease. Why would they take what she has? Well, see, this is the thing. What she has is her name, is the estate. You know what I'm saying? In order to use her likeness, because her son has control over that. Right? So they wanted her likeness to be used on this show, not just because she's a Braxton sister. You could be a Braxton sister all day, but to use her likeness on the show, that's what it is. That's what they would need it. Now see, this is the documents I've been looking for too, right? People have been saying that the sisters tried to fight Big Kevin on the home, because the home, as you also saw in when I read part of the will, the home was left to him. So with the home being left to him, they're saying that, you know, from what I've heard allegedly, that the sisters, and I'm not sure which sisters because it may not be all, tried to fight him on the home, right? On having access to the home. But then the judge shot it down and said, absolutely not. Like, y'all not going to get this house. And that's what I've been trying to find. Something confirming that story. And I haven't quite seen that as, you know, just yet. Okay. So I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't know if Kevin Sr. may have mentioned that in a interview or something like that, explaining that they tried to fight him on that and they ended up getting denied. So yeah, you know, that's another piece to it as well. So, girl, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought too, child. And you know what? That's what I thought too, Jamie. I thought that they did the show because Traci asked them to. I feel like Traci about asked them to do the show with her when she was the only one doing it. Y'all didn't come up for air then. Y'all didn't come up for air then to do the show when she really wanted you to. But she has to take care. She had, in my opinion, she had to take care of that son, them grandkids. She had to take care of herself. So she couldn't afford to stop her checks like some of y'all could have. Trina had what, bar one or whatever she had going on, and let y'all tell it, Gabe was over there taking care of her. Tamar had Vince, she had the real. If she ain't had the real, she had her successful singing career. Tony over there being the actress that she is. Brother got a job and stuff like that. Like Traci had to get her coin. What else? I don't think Traci had a whole lot of other stuff going on. She needed her money, so y'all could have came up and did a little something with her then. But then y'all wait till she leave and then want to tell us that she told y'all to continue the show. And she may have told them that. I'm not even gonna, she may have told them. She may have. Okay. But girl, this is a messy, honey. But I just had to come and give y'all a little taste, give y'all a little piece, let y'all know my thoughts. I'm always let you guys argue in the comments until you get a little piece of disrespectful. Then I might have to do a little tip tap on you. Okay. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay. We had about 1,000 people in the chat. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're liking up the video. We love for the likes to match. Okay. Now you can catch me now over on the Instagram as well as the Twitter at JamiThatsMe. Okay. So go ahead and make sure you do those things as well. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one for King of my city and cold.